G'day YouTube. A little while ago I picked up this LSA blower kit which came pretty well kitted out with all the usual stuff like a lid spacer, modified brick, radium fuel rails, 18% overdrive balancer, as well as this VCM snout or front drive cover as they call it. As you can see, I've done a pretty good job of making the standard blower housing look pretty shit. So rather than forever wondering how much power I'm losing out on if I had have just left it, decided to just give it a quick clean up, sort of show you what I've come up with as I go. Fast forward to now, this is what we got. So VCM have completely de-shrouded that drive shaft. They give you a solid coupler as well. And then I've gone in and really opened up that back corner, smoothed it all out, and yeah, we've gained a lot of airflow into the back rotor. They do also allow for a 102mm throttle body as well, which I might add later. It might be a good before and after. Probably run the standard one to start with, but yeah, that's that. Just a bit of a look on the back side of this snout. Comes with the solid spacer, so that sleeve which is gone, which is a huge difference. Does appear to have a big notch in the bottom, which I believe will clear a late model water pump, I hope. As you can see in here, this area here, you normally struggle to fit your pinky in, so massive increase now. The ridge I was talking about used to be on here, basically a big lump right the way around, so I've flattened that all off, rounded off the front edge of it. That slot used to finish about there, so that moves up a long way. And then I've added a ramp in there just to guide any air that's coming across in there a bit nicer. Yeah, that's that. Let's get into the porting. So this is kind of where we're at before I flip it over to this side. Going right out to where the old gasket maker was, which is the edge of the snout. Sort of just with the idea of giving it a smooth transition, so I just blended it back inch and a bit. Had to be careful here because it gets quite thin. So got a bit of a bump there still, but going right the way around. Started to go up the side there. Got this whole sleeve knocked back, taken about 10 or 12 millimeters out of there. This used to be up here. Righto, so I've roughed in the top side. Actually had quite a bit of core shift here, so this hump, the casting was over this way by a lot, probably 3 to 4 mil. So it took a lot of grinding on this side just to get that back to where it needs to be. Smooth that hump out, blended it back to nothing. Got everything sort of about 1/2 mil from where it needs to be. Maybe closer to 1 mil in spots, because once I sand it down, smooth it out, that'll come down more. And I'd like to aim on the thicker side just so that I don't weaken it. Try and encourage any cracking or anything silly like that. This is where we're at after a sand up. Still some little marks in there, shadow marks and stuff, but all in all, I think it's going to do. Just see the existing line where the snout goes to, which basically means there's going to be a 1/2 mil step in some spots, which I think I'm okay with. Happy to say that's probably near enough done. Probably a little bit bumpy through here if you wanted to be really picky, but I think it'll do. Yeah, got it smoothed off as best I can down in there. That tapered. Drum was good for sort of reaching over the back. Yeah. Pretty smooth. Smoother than your cast finish, so it's certainly not a bad finish. And just to sort of touch up on what's been done, started off with the burr being as smooth as possible, just get the bulk of the material out and go to 80 grit sanding cartridge. Then a 120, which I've got a 120 in the taper as well. Then I just like to go over it with the Scotch-Brite. It just sort of takes the lines out from working back and forth with the machine. Just gives it a bit of a uniform sort of brushed finish.